Hello and welcome to this evening's live lesson, which is all about talking on the telephone. Okay, sorry that it is a little bit later than the scheduled stream, 2 minutes. I was just polishing off some of the material that we're going to use. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes because I quickly rushed home from work and put this together. So fingers crossed everything is okay. I hope you guys are all well and have had or are having a very nice Saturday, of course. So let's hope that we get a few people joining us for today. If you do have friends or family members, whoever wants to join and enjoy studying English, please invite them along. The more people we have, the much better it is, of course. Amina, hello. Mohammed, hello as well. Good evening. Lovely to have you from Bangladesh. Julia, hello as well. Thank you, all of you, for joining. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so as I said, today is, of course, going to be looking at making telephone calls. That is the general topic for today, of course. So, interestingly enough, I would like to know, of course, do you make telephone calls in English? And if yes, are they easy? Are they difficult? How do you feel about, making telephone calls in English? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel nervous? Do you get a little bit forgetful? How do you react and how do you feel when you are on the phone and talking in English? As I mentioned before, earlier today on Facebook, is that if I have to speak Japanese on the phone, I get a little bit nervous because I don't want to make a mistake. But I still try, I still answer the phone, and I still try to communicate, even though it's not very good. But I do give it a go, of course. But yeah, how about you guys? Hello, Len. Thank you very much. And of course, Len will be getting Sophia to bed. It is bedtime, even though Sophia says it's not bedtime. It certainly is. All right, Tra, hello as well. Aria, hello and good evening. Lovely to have you. I'm just going to post this on Facebook. Hopefully more people will come and join us. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Of course. I'm just going to ask them if they want to come and join us. Come and join us. There we go. All right. So, fingers crossed. Yes. Alrighty. I think we're pretty good. So, what we'll do then is, as I said, we'll firstly go ahead and jump into, of course, the PowerPoint presentation, as always. And then we will also have a look at some cool phrasal verbs today. We won't be looking at idioms, but we'll be looking at phrasal verbs. Yes, because generally it's difficult to use idioms on the phone. It's much easier to use them in person, but phrasal verbs, very, very useful for when we're talking on the phone. Mari, hello and good evening to you. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's move over here. Alrighty. And what I'm going to do first is to bring up these ones here. Okay, so how to answer the phone in English. As always, what we can do is to practice. Yes, let's practice going through, of course, some of the phrases and some of the vocabulary. As we go along, you can, of course, write in some practice sentences and I will check them as we go along. All right, and if need be, I will give some correction as well. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, no, not a little late at all, Grindstone, no problem. You're perfectly on time, no problem whatsoever. All right, so let's take a look at the first part, greetings. Okay, having a good greeting is, of course, very important when talking on the telephone. It sets the mood for everything. So there are some businesses or some companies that have a set script. However, if you are not really using a script, then you have to think of your own. And these are some good greetings that we can use. Some are for business and some are for casual. So for example, let's take a look. So when we're using business, we can say, for example, greeting, and then the company name, and then your name, and then, of course, question. This is when you're answering, of course. So let's take a look here at one of these. Right? Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Amazon. Jordan speaking. How may I help you? All right. So that is a good option, right? How may I help you? Or you could say, how may I direct your call? Right? If you are working in a company that has many departments, then when we say, how may I direct your call, it means, which department should I send your call to? Sales, human resources, engineering, right? That's why we would say, how may I direct your call? But how may I help you is perfectly fine as well. All right. Okie dokie, so let's have a look at the next part. Then, if you are on the opposite end, right? If you are calling, now you can say a little bit similar, but there are some differences. Usually we would use our greeting, then we would use your name, and then company name. So notice that if you're answering, company name is first, but if you are calling, your name is first. That's usually the structure that we use. So, for example, good afternoon. This is Steve from Apple. Or this is Steve calling from Apple. That's okay. Either one. All right. But what about casual? Because with friends and family, how do we answer? Well, simply put, you could just use greeting, name and question, right? Hi, Bill. How can I help you? Right? The reason we use their name is most of the time we have, of course, their name on our phone. So we know who is calling. It's easy to know. So you have caller ID and you can check. Oh, okay, Bill's calling me. So, hi, Bill. How can I help you? All right. Sarriega, hello. No, not too late. We've only just started. All right. Pan, hello, and good evening to you too. All right. Also, as well, we can say, what can I do for you? Right? We can use that one as well. What can I do for you? Which is a great one to use. Ravinda, hello and good evening to you as well. Okay. All right. So yes, we can use those similar ones there. All right. So that is looking at greetings, and having a good greeting is great for setting the tone, of course. If we're rude and, you know, we just say, what? It's not going to be a good conversation. Imagine if someone's calling and, you know, you just say, yeah, what? You're already setting an angry tone. So, if we have a good greeting, it usually sets the tone and the mood for the conversation. It makes it a lot easier, of course. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We've got the greetings down there. Now we can have a look at asking for someone. Okay, so we can have a look at asking for someone. Now this is important. Yes, very, very, very important indeed. So before I reveal and show you all of the answers, please think of some yourselves. Write in the comments what you think. How can you ask for someone? For example, a very good one. May I speak to Mr. Smith, please? Or may I speak to Mrs. Davis, please? Okay. So yes, we've got that one there. What are your ideas and opinions? What are some other ways we can ask for someone on the telephone? Let me know in the comments. I'll just give a quick minute, and then I will reveal and show some of the other ones that we can use very easily. Okay, so may I speak to is very popular, but there are some others as well. Please let me know, brainstorm and think about some good phrases when we are asking for people. Okay, so let's take a look here. Great. Len is reading about elephants. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Maybe the elephants don't use telephones, unfortunately. So we can't ask them for help. All right. But yes, what do you think? What are some other ways that we can use for asking for someone? What can we say? May I speak to? Yes, of course. Yeah, may I speak to? Perfect. Any other ideas? What could be another one? Is, yeah, good. Yeah, very good. Is, and then someone. In this case, though, probably here, I wouldn't use here. We would have to say there. Because if we said here, it means we are in the same place. There means that we are in different places. So I like your sentence, is Mrs. Anna there? So just to change it to there. All right. Could I speak to? Yes. Very good. Very good indeed. Could I speak to? Great one. I like it as well. Yeah, good. Is it possible? Right? Yeah, using that one. Is it possible to speak to? Nice. I like that one a lot, actually. Yeah. Would you connect me to? Yes. Very good. Very, very good indeed. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, would you or could you? Either one is okay to use. Fantastic stuff. All right, so let's have a look at some of the other ones that I tend to think of. And this one, yes, can I speak to? Yeah, of course. Sadariega, that's great. Could I speak to? So yeah, great. Is it possible to speak to? Yes, very good. Is someone in? Right, is someone in? That's a good one too. I'd like to speak to, and then someone, please. Right? Is someone available, please? That's perfectly okay to use. The, hello. Yes, can I speak to? All right. Is someone there? Okay. And this one here, similar to this one, Mari. Yeah, you said I'm calling for, which is good. Another one is this one. Could you put me through to, and then someone, please, right? Yes, using those ones there, right? Could you put me through to, and then of course, Mr. Smith, please. Very similar indeed. May I speak to? Yes. All right. Could I speak to? Yes. Very good indeed. Just to notice that, you know, some of them are actually, I would say, quite casual. So, for example, I would say that using, and I'm going to change the color of these ones now, so it makes it a little bit easier, that we can spot the differences between them. And I would say the ones that I'm putting in red are, of course, the formal ones. I think that's it. Yes. Okay. So I've updated it and I've made some changes here. Okay. So the ones in red are, of course, quite formal. So whenever we're talking about like using could or may I or is it possible, and of course, is someone available? That's usually more formal, right? If we use can, or if we use, like, for example, is there, is in, it's casual. We would use these for people that we really know and that we're familiar with, of course. Yes, could you transfer? In this case, could you transfer me is a good one. Yeah, that's a great one. Okay. Yeah, I would say we generally use the subject like me. Could you transfer me to Mr. and then whoever? Yeah, good. All right. So these are some really good ones that we can use, of course. All right. So hopefully everybody's familiar and quite easily understanding of these ones. Okay. The one that I would say is a little bit tricky, right? Sometimes when we use I'd like to speak to, just be a little bit careful with this one. The reason is because if we say it in a little bit of a different way, for example, I'd like to speak to the manager, please. It's quite, I would say, hard. And we have to be a little bit careful because maybe the caller thinks you're angry. Yes, that was Sophia closing the door. Hello, I'm hoping to speak with... Okay, yeah, good. You could say hoping. Yeah, hoping is a good one. We could use that one. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, then, how do we respond to this. Of course, we can say, to begin with, please hold, right? We need to wait. Please hold the line. That's a nice one. Or please hold for one moment. Or please hold while I check. You can also use hang on. Some people also use hold on. So please hold on for a minute. Or please hang on for a minute. I think if we use, I don't know, maybe this is me personalizing this. I think that if we use hang on, it seems a little bit more casual. I would use that with Len, my wife, or I would use that with friends, or people that I've known for a long time. Not with a customer that I am not familiar with, that I am not very good friends with. So yes, try to judge what you think is casual and formal, and which one is more appropriate for the situation. Okay, so the next part is saying yes, of course, right? And this one is easy. Yes, I'll put you through to him or her now, right? Could I speak to Mr. Smith, please? Yes, I'll put you through to him now, right? Put you through means to, of course, send your call to his telephone, to his office. Or you could use, I'll transfer your call right away, right? Whenever we say right away, it means now. So yes, we can use that one there. I'll transfer your call right away. Negative. Of course, to say no. I'm sorry, right? These are very simple, very easy, and useful for many situations. I'm afraid. Okay. Unfortunately, right? All of these can start off saying sorry or saying I'm afraid, unfortunately, meaning no. It's not as hard. It's not as strong. May I speak to Mr. Smith, please? No. What? Okay. It's a little bit too strong. Wow. I've upset him. But if we said, may I speak to Mr. Smith, please? Unfortunately, yeah, he is. It's a little bit softer. It's not as hard for the caller to hear. So yes, that's why we use these, to make it sound nice, to make it sound more friendly. Okay, so let's have a look at the reasons. And these are great. The reasons for saying no. Okay, why can we not talk to someone, right? For example, let's say you're calling Mr. Smith or Mrs. Smith, right? What's the reason Mr. or Mrs. Smith cannot talk to you? Well, one reason is we can say he or she's on vacation, right? That's a good one to use. Can you think of any more reasons? What are some other good reasons that we cannot talk to the person we want to talk to? All right, let me know in the comments. What are some of your ideas? All right, what can you think of? Okay, so in this case we can say, yeah, I'm sorry, she's on vacation. That's okay. All right, but what are some other reasons for us not to speak to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Good, Aria, nice. He is out of town. Nice, very good indeed. And also a good pronunciation in this case, we could say out of, right? Out of. It's not really pronouncing the T too much. We can say he's out of town, right? Good, very, very good. Okay, that's a nice one. Any others? What are some others that you have as well? I'm sorry, she's engaged with another call. Yes, that's good. Very good. He's having an important meeting. Sure, that's okay. I am sorry. He is in the meeting at the moment. Nice. Very good. Very, very useful indeed. Yes. In this case, maybe we would say he's in a meeting. Yeah, he's in. Maybe we wouldn't use the, because the means that there's only one. So when we would say he's in a meeting, it means that, of course, there's not just only one. But yeah, that's cool. Very, very good indeed. Fantastic. Julia, unfortunately, he's not available at the moment. Yes. Yes, we can hear that one many, many, many times as well. Fantastic stuff. All right. Good. So here are some other ones that we have as well. She is unavailable right now. Yes. Very good. Okay. He's sick. Simply put, yes, I'm sorry, he's sick today. Yeah, we could use that one. That's okay. We can also say she's on lunch, right? Or she's on her lunch break. We could use that one as well. In a meeting, which is great. Yeah. I'm sorry, he is on a line at the moment. Ah, good. He is on another line. Yes. And I think I put that one. We'll come to that one in just a second. On a business trip is a good one to use as well. Out of the office is another good one indeed, which is very popular. This one is an interesting one. If you cannot see them in the office, you could just say, I'm sorry, he or she is not at her desk, right? At the moment, we can also add to that. And then here we go, yeah, on another line, right? Yes, we can use that one. Isn't available. Yeah, that's a good one. So yes, in this case, yeah, I'm sorry, she's on another line. Yeah. Or some people have Saturday, Sunday as their day off, their weekend. Other people have different days off. So we could say here, it's his or her day off today. So you can say, unfortunately, it's his day off today. We could use that one. He's not here at the moment. Yeah, that's a great one to use. He left for the day. Yes. Yeah, very good indeed. He left for the day. Good. Nice. Yeah, I'm so sorry. He's out of town. Nice. That's a good one. Out of a station. Yeah, we could say out at the station if it's yeah, out of the station if it's something like a police station, fire station. Yeah. If it's an office, yeah, we would say, of course, office. Fantastic. He's out of reach. Yes. Good. Or you could say he cannot be reached. Is another good one as well. Yes. And as I said here, we can always use at the moment, which means now, or we can say today, or we can say until, right? Until means that we cannot talk to him between now until that time. After that time, it's okay, no problem. So for example here, we would say, let's choose one, business trip, right? We would say, unfortunately, he's on a business trip until Thursday. So between now and Thursday, I cannot talk to him. After Thursday, oh, no problem. That's fine. All right. So the next step to take is, we can say, may I take a message? Now this is where it really starts to get into, you know, a really good telephone conversation, because you're then trying to help and trying to keep customer, client, business partner, whoever, very happy. So you want to, of course, try to help as much as possible and say, may I take a message? All right. Or you could say, may I give her a message? That's okay. Either one is perfectly fine. Or would you like to leave a message is another good one. All right, Yell, hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Or would you like me to give him a message? Okay, so we could use those options there. There are many different ways to say, of course, may I take a message? Would you like to leave a message? Would you like me to give her a message? All of those have the same purpose, of course, and that is to make sure you pass on information. Okay. The caller could always ask, could I leave a message? That's okay. So if you are a caller and you want to leave a message, perfectly fine. You need to ask, could I leave a message? That's no problem at all. Or could you give him a message? That's fine. All right, so let's have a look then at leaving messages. Now this is the one that I kind of like, because we have two types of messages. We have the first part, which is information. Only information. Only information. Could you tell? Right? And then we have the second part, which is an action. Could you ask? Right? There's a difference between these two. Tell is generally only information. Ask means that I have to physically do something, right? So, for example, if it involves a verb, an action word, most of the time it's ask, right? So, for example, let's have a look. I have finished the sales report, right? So in this case, putting it together, could you tell her I have finished the sales report, please? Right? All it is you're telling information. Oh, Jordan has finished the sales report. Great. No action needed. Just information. All right. Another popular one. Could you tell him I'll be late, or I'll be 10 minutes late because my train is delayed, right? Again, it's information, okay? The next one here. Could you tell him the meeting has been cancelled? Just information. So let's take a look at some actions, right? Here. Could you ask? okay, which requires an action. Could you ask her to reschedule the meeting? Right? Meaning that she has to do something, right? Not just information. Could you ask her to call me back when she's finished? Right? The action is to call back. Another one here. Could you ask him to email me the price list for next year's products? The action there is to email, right? To send an email. Okay? That is the action. All right. Awesome. So, with that being said, those are the structures for leaving a message. And what I would like to do now is to quickly have a look at a quiz for us here. And this is all about using the messages that we have just looked at. Okay, so let's have a look. Where are they? Here. Okay, great. So you've got an option. You've got the option of ask or tell, which is the correct answer for these questions. Okay, so let's take a look. So something, Mr. Smith, to reschedule the meeting for next week, please, as I'm a little sick. Okay, so let's take a look at this one here. All right, what do you think is the correct answer? Could you ask or could you tell? Which one is the correct answer? Yes, nice stuff. Very good. Yeah, well done. No problem at all. Fantastic. Okay. Very, very good indeed. Yeah, no problem at all. Everybody's doing perfect. Okay, no problem at all. Well done. All right. So, yes, you are absolutely correct. The answer is, could you ask? Because reschedule. It requires an action. Yes, nice. All right, what's the next one? Okay, so her to give me a call back when I come back from holiday. I'll be back in about 2 weeks. Okay. What do you think is the correct answer? Could you ask or could you tell? Which one do you think? Everybody got the first one perfectly correct. Well done. Okay. What's the next one? Okay, good. Very good. You have a 50% chance of getting it right anyway. But I think most of you are absolutely spot on. So, shouldn't be a problem. It should be very, very, very easy, these ones. All right. Nice. Well done. Fantastic. Okay. In this case here, yeah. Okay. All right. In this case here, I would say it's much better to say, right? Could you ask? The reason is tell is very strong, is like a command. So if you are a manager and of course you're talking to someone below you, then it's okay. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Could you tell her to do this? That's okay. But if we're talking with like customers and other sort of people who are on the same level, then we need to be a little bit more careful. And could you ask is much better. Much, much better to use. All right, the next one here. Something, him to send me the monthly report by 9 p.m. today, please. Again, you have two options. Could you ask or could you tell? Which is the correct one? Okay. Yeah, if we say tell, it's usually, I would say it's a much stronger command, right? If we use ask, it's much softer, and a little bit more polite and friendlier. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Very, very good indeed. All right. So again, is there an action necessary for this? Yes, there is. The action here is to send. So, in this case, again, to be polite, to be nice, right? Could you ask him to send me the monthly report? So using this one here, right? To be polite. Ask to send, right? Because it's an action. To email, to send, right? We would use that as an action. The next one here. Something, her, I'll be about 20 minutes late due to a train delay. All right. Could you ask or could you tell? Which one is the correct one here? Okay. Nice. Very good. Ask is more polite, of course. And ask is when, you're asking people to do something. So if it's to send something, if it's to do something, if it's to, change something. When it requires an action, generally we would say, could you ask, right? But in this case, there is no action. It's just information, right? What can you do? There is nothing to do. So, could you tell is the correct answer. Absolutely. Well done. All right. What about the next one here? Something, him, we've finished all of the tasks he asked us to do today. All right. So this one here. Could you ask or could you tell him we've finished all of the tasks he asked us to do today, please? All right. Nice. Well done. Very good. Yes. Well done indeed. Yeah, Rosemary, Julia, Ravinda, great. The Aria, well done. Sadriega, yes. Tra, fantastic, good stuff. Yes, you are right. Rosemary, yes. Very good. Julia, well done. Of course. Nice. Yes, absolutely. Yo, yes, you are absolutely correct as well. So, yes, in this case, could you tell? Yes, is the correct answer. Yeah, could you tell him we've finished all of the tasks he asked us to do today? Good. The next one here, right? Something, Ms. Davis, to drop off her resume at the reception desk, please. right? Could you ask or could you tell? Which one? Something Miss Davis to drop off her resume at the reception desk, please. Okay. All right. Now you're getting it. Good stuff. Awesome. Yes. And you can notice here that we used a phrasal verb, right? The phrasal verb is drop off. So, it's still an action, right? Even though it's a phrasal verb, it's still an action. So you guys are spot on. Perfect. Well done. In this one here, could you ask? Great stuff. Very, very, very good indeed. So, could you ask Ms. Davis to drop off her resume at the reception desk, please? Very well done. Absolutely no problem at all. So that there just shows you the difference between using, of course, could you tell or could you ask, right? That is the difference between the two. I do know that some people get them mixed up. Yes, Tra, you are absolutely spot on. The phrasal verb means, when we say drop off, it means to leave. Yes. We often use it for dry cleaning. I need to drop off the dry cleaning at the cleaners, right? So yes, we would drop it off there. So in this case, as you can see, as I said just a moment ago, there is a difference between using could you ask or could you tell, right? Either of those are useful, but just be careful when you use them. If it's an action, use could you ask. If it's information, use could you tell. Those are the safest ways so that you don't make any mistakes. Sometimes if we said like, could you tell him? It could mean like that you're ordering or, kind of like making a command to someone. So just to be careful with those ones there. All right, so let's move on then to the next part. And I wanted to show this one here because it's very useful. I will, and this equals a promise. All right. So usually on the telephone, we need to make promises to customers, to clients. And this is the best way to do it. So we use will when we want to promise to do something for someone. Okay? So let's say that a customer wants you to check on their order, right? Let's take a look at the first example. So you can say, I will call the factory and check on your order. So this means I promise to call the factory and of course to, basically check where the order is. And then I will call you back in about an hour. Okay? Basically here, you're promising the customer to do two things. One, to call the factory and check. And two, to call them back in about an hour. So you're promising to do two things. When you say this, the customer expects you to do it. Sometimes people get confused, especially non-native speakers. They make a promise that is a little bit too difficult to keep. So some of the students I've taught before working in sales, they promised the customers too much, but they didn't mean to, right? They often said, "We will do it." Sometimes that's not possible. You can promise to try. "We will try to do it." That's much more realistic. Because if you said, "We will do it," it means that you are agreeing and that you said you will do whatever it is that the customer wants you to do. For example, let's say the customer calls and says, "I would like you to deliver my product tomorrow." "Yes, we will do it." Oh, okay. Right, maybe it might be a bit difficult. However, if the customer calls and says, "I want you to deliver our product tomorrow," sure, we will try to deliver it tomorrow. Right? You will try, but maybe you cannot. We don't know. So be careful with using "I will," because it means to be like promising things. The second part is just to show you the contraction. "I will" and "I'll." So, for example, "I'll contact the delivery company and see where the package is. I'll update you via email when I know the details." Right? So again, using "I'll" or "I will." Here, it just sounds more natural because we're using the contractions. "I'll," right? Rather than "I will." Both are perfectly acceptable. So whichever you feel comfortable with, using "I will" or "I'll," it doesn't matter, right? You can use whatever feels most comfortable for you. Both are very suitable. All right. No problem. My pleasure. I'm glad you understood them easily. All right. Now comes the fun part. Phrasal verbs. Yes. Now I like these because there are many that we can use within telephone conversations. So let's take a look at these ones and then we're going to practice them in a quiz. So the first one is pick up. Means to answer the phone. Pick up. The next one, speak up. Of course, means to speak louder. The next one is get through. This is to contact someone by phone, right? Get through, it means you're trying to contact them. The next one is, as we looked at a little bit earlier, is hang on or hold on, right? To wait for a short time, a short while. The next one here is call back. This means, as the action we had a look at earlier, we practiced, to return a call. The next one is break up. And this is often the case when you have bad signal, right? You cannot hear someone clearly, right? We can say, yes, you are breaking up. Maybe it goes quiet or you cannot hear full sentences, okay? The next one we've had a look at already. Put through. It means to transfer the call to another person. The next one is hang up. Okay, this means to end the call, right? And the last one is cut off. Cut off means that the call suddenly ended, right? But maybe you didn't want the call to end. Maybe it was bad signal. Maybe the messenger app closed. Maybe your phone died, right? It could be anything. Suddenly stopped. Okay, so what we can do now is we can practice these great phrasal verbs that we can use in, and of course, talking about telephone conversations. So let's take a look at these ones here. All right. So the first one that we have is this one. I'll something you something when I get home. All right. What's the answer here, right? Cut off, call back, or hang up, which is the correct answer for this one. Yes, very good. All right, nice. Nice, yeah, good. Of course, notice that we separated this one. Yeah, we separated the phrasal verb because we can put in, of course, the subject in the middle. So yes, very good. Indeed. Thee, yeah, Aria, well done. Tra, fantastic. Thee, nice. Amina, well done. Rosemary, yes, very good. Julia, very good as well. Fantastic. Yes, in this case, I'll call you back when I get home. Perfect stuff. Yes, well done indeed. That's a good one for us to use. All right. What about this one here? I tried calling 3 times, but no one something picked up, hung up, or put through. Which one could we use to complete this sentence? All right. I tried calling 3 times, but no one something picked up, hung up, or put through. Yeah, well done. Very good. Fantastic stuff. No problem at all. Very, very good. All right, Yell, yes. Amina, good. Rosemary, Tra, Julia, yes. Very good. Thee, you are correct. Aria, no problem. Very well done indeed. Yes, no one answered. So yes, but no one picked up. Fantastic stuff. Very good. All right. So next one. All right. Which one would we use here? Okay. It's you sound like you're far away. Please something. Call back, hold on, or speak up. All right. You sound like you're far away. Please. Which one would we use? Yes. Good. Absolutely. Yeah, very good. Well done indeed. Yeah, it's very frustrating when somebody sounds like they're really far away and their voice sounds so quiet. Of course, please speak up. Yes, Good. Very, very good indeed. Well done. All right, the next one. Yes. Very good indeed. I'm sorry, we got something. I don't know what happened. Which one? Cut off, hold on, or hung up? I'm sorry, we got something. I don't know what happened. Okay, good. Yes, this one's a great one. Yeah. Well done indeed. Yeah, well done. Very good. Thee, thank you very much. Good stuff. Rosemary, Tra, good. Aria, well done. No problem. Amina, yes. Very good. Yes, well done indeed. I'm sorry, we got. Yes, Julia, great. Cut off. Perfect. Yep. Nice. The next one is, could you something me something to Henry, please? Yes. Could you something me something to Henry, please? Cut off, call back, or put through? Which one would you choose? Yeah, awesome. Very good. Very good indeed. Well done. You guys are on fire with these ones. These are no problem at all. Alrighty, good stuff. Yes, very good. Very, very good indeed. Yeah, Amina, good. Thee, Tra, well done. Rosemary, yes. Yo, great. Aria, well done. All right. Julia, yes. Amina, good job. Yes, could you put me through to Henry, please? Great. Very good stuff, of course. All right, the next one. I'm going through a tunnel, so the connection might something a little. Break up, hang up, speak up. I'm going through a tunnel, so the connection might something a little. What would we use here? Yes. Well done. Lovely. Good job. Very good. Fantastic stuff. Okay. Well done indeed. Good. Yep. Thee, Tra, Rosemary, good. Aria, very good indeed. Amina, absolutely no problem. Julia, yes. Very good as well. Sadriega, no problem. Very good. Thank you very much. Of course. So in this case, yes, break up. So we are going through a tunnel. So yes, the connection might break up. Maybe I cannot hear you properly, of course. Great stuff. Okay. So those are, of course, our phrasal verbs that we looked at for telephone calls. Now, what we can do then is we can have a look at ending the call. So how do we end a call, right? It's very important to end the call again, similar to a greeting, in a good way. We don't want to just hang up, right? Sometimes that happens. People don't say anything, just hang up. Oh, okay. It's a surprise. All right. The best way, especially for work, for business, is to confirm the message, right? You can say, sure, I'll tell him, or I'll ask her, right? Or no problem, I'll tell her, or I'll ask him. So again, using will as a promise. I will tell him. I will ask her. It's promising, right? And then, of course, saying bye or saying goodbye. We can say here, thank you for your call, right? If you are answering the phone, you can say thank you for your call. Or thank you for calling is also another good one. If you are the caller, you are the one who dialed the numbers, called the company, you could say thank you for your help, right? That person helped you, so you can say thank you for your help. Other ways, we can say goodbye, have a nice day, have a nice evening, right? We can use those ones. But don't drag it out for a long time. If somebody says, oh, goodbye, you can say, okay, goodbye, and then put the phone down. That's fine. Don't get into this back and forth of, okay, goodbye, have a nice day. Yes, you too. Okay, goodbye, bye. And then it's kind of strange, right? It's okay to say it and put the phone down. No problem at all. Okay. All right. As I said, don't just hang up, right? It's not good if you hang up and don't say anything. Okay, so those are most of the components, or pretty much all of the components that we can look at for a telephone conversation, with us, of course, making promises and, of course, taking a message, things like that. Okay, so what I want to do is, for the last part, I would like to, of course, go through a conversation, and that is what we're going to be doing now. We're going to have a look at a conversation. Okay, so let's have a look at this example conversation. This is the last part for today because, as I said, idioms are a little bit challenging for this situation. Okay, so hello, thank you for calling ABC Electronics. How can I help you? Now, you could add in, right, name as well. You could say, hello, thank you for calling ABC Electronics. Jordan speaking. How can I help you? That would be great. Okay, but sometimes some people don't say their name. They just use this one. Now, the caller is in blue. Hello, this is Jordan calling from XYZ Suppliers. May I speak to? I got confused with which one I was going to use. May I speak to Mr. Smith in sales, please? Right? Notice here I included the department. So we could use, of course, departments, right? You could say sales, engineering, marketing, okay? What else? Human resources. Any of those departments are okay for us to use, right? So, may I speak to Mr. Smith in sales, please? Please hold for a minute. Please hold on for a minute. I'll just check to see if he's available. Sure, no problem. I'm afraid he is out of the office today. He'll be in from about 8 a.m. tomorrow. Can I take a message? Yes, please. Could you ask him to send me the results of the focus group that we held the other day, please. Focus group is just research, right? Just getting information, research. Yes, of course. I will ask him to send you the results of the focus group. I will also call you back and let you know when he will send them to you. So one, here, confirming the message. I will ask him, right? But then also promising something more, right? I will also call you back. That's promising something else. Oh, thank you so much. That would be great. My pleasure. Thank you for calling. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Right? And then it's finished. Okay? So, generally speaking, that is what we can use there. Okay? So, what we can do is, of course, let's have a try together. And what I would like to do, I would say that you guys are going to be, you can read the black sentences, right? Please read the black sentences, and I will read the blue ones, of course. All right? So let's give it a go. You guys will read the black, I will read the blue. So let's give it a try. Okay? So 3, 2, 1, please, you start. Hello, this is Jordan calling from XYZ Suppliers. May I speak to Mr. Smith in sales, please? Okay, your turn. Sure, no problem. Your turn. Yes, please. Could you ask him to send me the results of the focus group that we held the other day, please? All right, your turn. Oh, thank you so much. That would be great. Your go. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. And then the last part. All right. Of course. There we go. Awesome. Very, very good indeed. Well done. No problem there whatsoever. Okay, let's change over. So this time I will be reading, of course, the black sentences. You guys can be reading the blue sentences. Okay. Hello. Thank you for calling ABC Electronics. How can I help you? All right, your turn. Please hold on for a minute. I'll just check to see if he's available. Okay, your go. I'm afraid he is out of the office today. He'll be in from about 8 a.m. tomorrow. Can I take a message? Okay, your go. Yes, of course. I will ask him to send you the results of the focus group. I will also call you back and let you know when he will send them to you. Okay, you'll go. My pleasure. Thank you for calling. Here we go. Have a nice day. All right. Awesome. Very good stuff indeed. So that there is, again, just a model conversation for telephones, showing you some of the phrases, of course, most importantly, using the messages and, of course, the promises as well correctly. All right. So, again, this is just one small part of a conversation. I think maybe not Wednesday, but maybe next week or something, I'm going to have a look at dealing with other problems on the telephone. I think that would be a great way for us to try and put more into this situation. This is a great start, and it's a great base for us to build our confidence and our ability and skill to talk on the telephone. But we're going to have a look at this maybe next week, and we're going to, of course, expand on this, probably with problems, how to deal with problems. I think that will be a good way for us to expand. But very good, fantastic stuff. Thank you very much indeed for, of course, joining me today. I'm going to put it over here. So that is the end of today's live lesson. We had a look at, leaving messages, of course, taking messages, calling on the phone, making promises to the caller as well. So I hope it was useful for you guys. I think the phrases and vocabulary are something that everyone can use, whether it is in business, whether you're using them for family or friends. They are very useful indeed. Aria, no problem at all. All right. Yale, my pleasure. No problem at all. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and have a look, of course. Tra, thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. I'm glad it was interesting. And I'm happy that you understood the difference between could you ask and could you tell. Yeah, that was great to hear. Sadariega, no problem. My pleasure. Yeah, the conversation parts are really good, actually. I think they're fun. I like doing them. I want to create more of them, actually. All right. Amina, no problem. You have a great evening as well. Rosemary, thank you. Yes. Have a wonderful evening as well for yourself. All right. Thee, my pleasure. No problem at all. Oh, you are a hotel operator. Wow. All right. Yeah, you get lots of calls when you're hotel operators, right? Good. Thank you very much indeed, guys. All right, I will be back once again on Wednesday with another live lesson. So please come and join me on Wednesday, and I will see you again very, very soon. Have a fantastic weekend, and I hope all of you and more people will join again on Wednesday at the same time. Once again, 9:30 p.m. Japan time. Okay, but as for now, please take care of yourselves and have as much fun as you can over the weekend. And of course, if you do need to work on Monday, good luck with your work on Monday as well. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.